All right, let's see. What's today? August 15th. So unfortunately, it's been an extremely long time since I've done any uploading, but you know, you're busy, you're doing stuff. Next thing you know, it's been a year, right? So I guess we'll just do a quick run through and show you kind of what we have going on. We've shown this a couple of times now. This is our second year for our lily koi bush. And this year it has gone absolutely crazy. We've got, that one's a fairly new one. We've got old ones. We've got little tiny baby ones. We've got new flowers that are still blooming. And this little guy has completely taken over, and you can see the vines going all the way up to the top of the tree there. This is it's a beautiful tree. These are all my little trees. That's how they're doing. We still haven't got them into the ground yet. These are all like the little rambutans, lychee, starfruit, avocados. These ones are lemon meringue plants. Yeah, just all these little ones. And this is the one that's from Hilo. It's a really big tree that has that weird fruit on it that's like not edible. Let's see. Currently having some bird issues. We're gonna have to, I guess, put up a cover over these, keep these birds out of our gardens because they seem to like our tomatoes. Those are coconuts that my niece gathered up, and we're hoping that they'll eventually, here's part of the lily koi, eventually sprout. Still our papayas. There's another vine of the lily koi. This thing is going crazy. Our little banana trees, they seem to be doing great back here. We haven't planted them into the ground, but they seem to not care, especially the one that grew out. Oh, blueberries. Look at that. We got some good blueberries on that one. I have to come out here when I get off of this and grab those. We had to cover those because same stupid thing. Those friggin' birds. Strawberries. They grow year round. And little monkey ponds. Mowed a couple of days ago, so it looks actually decent out here. There's a rooster. I don't know if I showed this guy. This is a fishtail palm, and it grows pretty weird. You can kind of see, it's like this spike right here will grow, and it turns into one of these, and then it actually cracks and splits, and these are the actual leaves. They all just kind of split out from it. Dragon fruits, pineapples. Those are all pineapples, all dragon fruits. Our poor little papayas keep getting birds. They keep sitting on top of them, and their little tiny toenails and stuff keep damaging them. Let's see, this banana is doing pretty good. That's an apple banana. The ones in the back are Cavendish. And then over here I've got a little project I've been working on. This was the original pile of rocks here that's overgrown now, but I'm trying to move all these rocks over to the side here using my little tiny machine. It's doing a pretty good job. I actually sheared the bolt off and dropped the bucket behind the wall, so I had to get a new bolt for that. But yeah, so we're moving all these over, trying to line them up, make a rock wall. And then we've got a company called EcoJohn that does off-grid propane septic systems. So we're going to be putting in the burn house right in this area to house the tank, the burner, all the fun stuff. But that should be hopefully shipping out pretty soon. And you can just see it's the jungle here. It just never stops. And that's about as big of a rock that little machine can pick up by itself, which, if you look at the size of the machine, that's pretty impressive. Just, you know, kind of doing a little looky-see around here. We finally, our banana bloomed in September, and then we harvested the bananas off of it, I think in probably close to May, no, a little bit before then. And I cut down the stalk, but these are 2 offshoots that were growing from the original. That's where the original trunk was. These little bananas, they grow. And then this little fern, we finally found out it's called a Hawaiian tree fern. And this is that one that got knocked down a long time ago when we were out here doing the clearing, but that's how that thing grows. It just uncoils from the center there, and then each one of those uncoil into that piece. All right, there's the house. So I just don't have a lot of time to spend. So by the time you get off of work and get other things done, you're, you know, next thing you know, it's time to go back to work. But we've been sheetrocking, putting in insulation. Wait for the princess to come in. So that's kind of the area I was working in here. And that's about as far up as I can reach without getting equipment. So it's been so long, I don't know exactly where we are on the videos. This is kind of like my staging area, toolbox and all my plumbing and piping, and we ended up coming and putting in a fermentation cabinet for my kombucha because it's just too cold here at night, so it's it's hard to keep everything staying at the right temperature. All right, utility room. So we have it wired. We got that. That pipe was too long. It was hitting the joist lip that's down below. But we got all this all hooked in. Got all the PEX ran into it. Got everything written underneath. Got the toilet line hooked up. Then we also have our generator. So this runs underneath the house, runs up to the wall, and goes upstairs and connects directly to the inverter upstairs. And so all we have to do is just wheel this out, jump start it. We've had to use it a couple of times in the last week just because it's been kind of raining a lot. And this, Coqui frog. A couple of Coqui frogs. So this is the beginning stages of our water catchment system. That's the line coming in, so that's the pressure pump. We got everything all wired in, on-off switch to deactivate the power. And you can see how fast everything grows here. I don't know, there was 2 frogs when I first opened this, so there's a couple of frogs. So this just plugs in, and that's the UV filter line. And I'll go behind here and show you all that right now. But yeah, so these are 2 20-gallon pressure tanks. So that way we have about 40 gallons of pressurized water before it starts going out. Let's see, so this was a fun job underneath here. So there's the wiring coming in, and then up here we've got the plumbing coming in, so it comes from down there. So this is the water coming from the black water catchment tank, and we've got the 50 micron pre-entry spin down filter, and then the water goes into the bottom, which is where the pump is, and it goes from the pump into the pressure tanks, and then comes out of the pressure tank, comes up, and this is where we have to put in all of our fun stuff. So this is a bypass, so you can open up this valve, shut off that valve, and then shut off this valve, and that bypasses the filters, so that way you can do the filters, change out the filters, depressurize the filters. And that's actually what that does. So I've got that on there so it depressurizes. So normal water comes in, comes across, goes through the filter, comes out of the filter, goes into the tank again, and that goes into that silver piece that's up there. That's the UV filter. Comes out of the UV filter, comes back across here, comes down, comes across, drops down, goes into the hot water line. Got this all wired in, got it plugged in, got it all pressurized a couple of days ago, flipped it on. I've had this thing sitting out for way too long, and it's got some kind of solenoid valve error, so it's kind of locking up on it. So we haven't been able to get the hot water running. Then I come out of the hot water, and I break it off. So we are actually using, this is the unfiltered line here, and this line is going to utility room. And with that, we're going to be running all the toilets off of unfiltered water, and the shower itself, or not the shower, the washing machine will be unfiltered, and the utility room sink will be unfiltered. And we're doing that because there's no sense in trying to press filtered water for like toilets and stuff. So then this line here is the hot water line. So that's my red PEX. So whenever we actually get that working, I've got a new unit coming. Hopefully it'll be here in the week or so. Then we'll have active hot water in the utility room. I'm fixing to start putting up the insulation, finish up the insulation in there. And then this line here is going to be the filtered cold water. So I'm actually running all individual ones, kind of like a manifold system. So we'll just come straight out with filter line. It goes one for the bathroom, one line for the kitchen, one line for the upstairs bathroom, one line for the shower in the bathroom. So that is a So that's a little shower, or a little water box. And that's really about all I've got to show for right now. Like I said, we've just been plugging along one thing at a time, and I did get all the windows finished back here. Got the door fixed, got the door finished. We've got the plywood, or not the plywood, we've got the cedar for upstairs. So as soon as I finish finishing the insulation in the utility room and sheetrocking it, then we're going to tape mud and plug in the washer and the dryer and start doing our own laundry. And like I said, hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll get the burn unit and then build the burn house. We're going to be usually mostly using our leftover like blue panels and copper panels from over there in that pile. And then I did get my trailer registered. That took far too long because if it hasn't ever been registered, they require a notarized bill of sale. And in Oregon, if it's under a 2,000 pound trailer, it doesn't get registered. So I had to get a buddy of mine to go in and get it a bill of sale notarized and send it back so I can get the stupid thing registered. But yeah, that's it. And Starlink has officially come out here. So this is my Starlink satellite. and so I should be able to start uploading more, because we just didn't have the cell coverage out here to really upload videos and stuff, so I just kind of stopped. And of course there's little Loki. This is a little plumeria that if you ever see like from Walmart, like the little gag gifts and stuff like that from Hawaii, they have like little sticks and for plumeria trees, and we stuck it and started growing. Seems to be doing pretty good. And this is that other plumeria. I think it's called a wedding plumeria. And we were able to jackhammer. We used the machine to jackhammer a hole in there. And this poor tree has been abused because it was in a pot for so long, and every little windstorm this thing would hit the ground and just shatter. And same thing, we took the little pieces, stuck them in dirt, so there's like 6 or 7 little tiny trees growing out there now. And so there's the rooster, and you see the little yellow birdie right there. It's about 4 o'clock, and that's their feeding time, so you'll start seeing birds start showing up, which is kind of fun on its own. Plus I have a stupid psychotic dog. She doesn't react to it, but she doesn't like to get hit with it. And yes, he does that twice a day, every day. Because he's, I don't know, stupid. So anyway, that'll end it for today, and yeah, hopefully I'll start doing more upkeep on videos, and then I'm actually doing my open water certification, and my pool session is on Friday, and then next Saturday, and then the following Sunday are my double dive. So I should be able to get some nice videos during that time also. All right, that's it.